Hello farmers, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. At the end of last episode, we sold enough things in the day. As remember, we started the episode just under $0. We were actually in the hole. That's what we call it, really, kind of in the hole. Below zero, yeah, we were like $2,000, negative money. But we sold things, got the money back up to almost $500,000, and here we are. Now, fast forward the days a little bit, the cotton harvest has started. So the good, the bad, the ugly of the news. The good news, while the cotton's ready for harvest, the potatoes, yes, I cleared the potatoes, and I think I only got like 2,000 liters of potatoes left in the silos, so we're almost done with the potato washing. And the good news is also we're almost done fertilizing all the fields in the upper plateau. The John Deere is still weeding the big cotton field on the other side, lower east side, so that's almost done. The bad news, well, the bad news is the cotton price that we're harvesting, the price has dropped. So we're not going to be selling the cotton today. The price is actually down to $1,600 already at our sell point. So we won't be selling the cotton, so no money bringing in there. The ugly part, there's rain coming. I don't know if I should say that's the ugly part, because really the only thing we got left to harvest at this current time is the cotton fields over there. And really, we're almost done with field number such and such. Yeah, you know that field, number such and such. The smaller of the two, field 25. Yeah, because we're almost done with this field right here. Then it's going to harvest this field here, and we're done harvesting for the day, really. So as long as I get it done before the rain comes, that's why the speed is down to ×1, because it's actually, the rain has been the forecast now for a couple of hours. So I hopefully have like a couple hours left. Really, another hour would be fine. Did you take all that water again? Alright, maybe I didn't fill you all the way, because you should have topped off. But it's good enough for now. So, yeah, we're all set there. But we do have some things to sell. So, two things we're going to sell today is the sugar to the left and a little bit to the right. And also the grapes. The grapes are sold. And they're all going to our favorite place, it seems to be lately, the Timberline Flour Mill. So I've been having some thought here in between episodes, which has been like 5 minutes, because I'm recording these last episode, this episode, right back to back. So, I'm kind of thinking about what I would like to do, and my goal for this episode is to get our money up to $750,000. Now, that means I need another $300,000-ish. The reason being is I would like to, with a $750,000 by the end of today, in-game day, I would like to take $500,000 off our loan, because one, if we look, that will drop our loan below $19 million, which is, now instead of trying to knock off $10 million and reach a milestone, now it seems like every million I knock off of it seems like we're almost there. So yeah, we'll get below $19 million, and that'll leave me $250,000. Well, it's like peanut. You don't need $250,000 to pay the loan interest and the horse helpers and all that. That's because, well, obviously, I would like to buy land, because that's the other part of the goal. And the land, there's two pieces of land I thought about buying, or I'm looking at. Right now, both fields are fallow, which means there's nothing growing in them right now. Field number 7 or field number 21, we're both talking $200,000-ish. This is like maybe $210 for field 21, I think, and $190 for field 7. And what we can do is, once we do another harvest in the upper plateau, we can merge fields 4 to 7, or if we buy this field over here, 20 to 21. Now, I don't mind buying a field with crop in it, but there's a couple crop I do not want to buy. Well, if I buy the field with crop in it, like field number 2, already I can see it says remove tops. I don't care what it is. I'm not bringing a root crop harvester up here harvesting the crops and do anything with it. We're just going to go ahead and plow it in. Because our other goal after paying off the loan, of course, is buy all the land. So we're doing decently up here. If we go to the lands, you can see, yeah, we own all the fields in the lower plateau, so that's all set. We just got to buy the fields you got left up here, plus pay off the loan. So, yeah, I mean, buy either or I can buy even one of these fields over here. It all depends. So I think definitely we'll have enough to get $500,000 off our loan to get us below $19 million. And I also do believe we'll have enough cash, maybe, we should be able to have enough cash to buy some land today. So it's not going to be a complete rainy day, as the forecast says, which will probably come here maybe to get halfway through the cotton harvest. Wouldn't be the worst thing if the rain came while we're harvesting the cotton, because it's not like the cotton price I want to sell it, but it would hold up the process of, if it were to rain, now I got to wait to finish harvesting it, before I can reseed it. So if we can get the harvest done before the rain comes, then we can turn the field over while it's raining. Not a big deal, right? So that's what I'm kind of hoping to do. There we go. Now we are topped off at the whiskey factory. But I got tons of whiskey over here, but I need to get the trailer over here and pick up the sugar. We'll deliver that first. After I empty the whiskey out. I can wait for just a little bit. I think we're fine there. Yeah, let's pick up the sugar. Head up to the Timberline flour mill. Get some cash. So the sugar is like 900 and something. We'll look at the prices here in a second, because I already forgot. I know the grapes are up to like 1,016 or 60. Yeah, let's have a look here, because I already kind of forgot. Trailer can go there. Actually, I need, because I don't want to do this and do it kind of stupid. You should be able to fill it from there. There we go. Drop you off. All right, so if we go into the market page, yeah, sugar is 962, and the grapes are 114. Sorry, 114. I could wait for agro wholesales to see what that gets up to, but I mean, that's the best price I've seen for grapes, I think. Pretty much. Sugar price, yeah, the bakery was the leader until this morning, and Timberline Flour Mill took over. Agro wholesales, you can say the price is going up. I do not see that getting up to $962 per 1,000. So, with that all being said, wait, did Frank finish? Frank Jr., they finished in the upper plateau? Yes, he says he did. Did he actually get all fertilized? No, he did not. I mean, Frank is kind of slacking off here a little bit. Maybe he heard the news again. I might be buying more land up here, and he'll have more work. And I'll just tell him, well, you got Frank Jr. to help take over as well. Now, there are a couple of fields up here that are ready for harvest, but like I said, the fields are ready for harvest. Not quite the crop I'm looking at to harvest anyway, so it can just be there, and I'm not going to worry about it. So that's kind of what we're looking at for this episode. So once I get this done, I'm just going to park it here. There we go. How are we looking now? There we go. Fully fertilized. Yes, fully fertilized. They're all looking good. All looking good. Let's get back down here. Where's my truck? There's my truck. All right, let me go load up the sugar. Meet you up at Timberline Flour Mill. We'll get this sugar sold. See what that brings us up to. Like I said, we get up to $750,000. We're buying one of those two fields I was talking about earlier, and I'm hoping we can do so. So the first and only trip up here with some sugar. I will probably take about maybe 4 loads of grapes up here. Something to that fact. Yeah, the cotton module harvester is actually done with the smaller field. It's now over to the bigger field, starting that, so it feels pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and unload that. Sugar shall sell nicely, hopefully. Alright, so 64,514, giving us 533,000. So can I get another 200 grand from the grapes? The grapes are going for a better price, so... And this wasn't a full trailer either, so I'm going to get full trailers of grapes up here. I'm actually starting to think if I have my choice between the two fields, I think I'll choose this one over here, just because I can, cut down that fence line right there and take care of some trees at some point. Yeah, so everything's looking pretty darn good. The other thing I kind of noticed, and maybe I should do this now before I forget, because I'm not sure if any of you run into this. Let me turn the truck off. We're going to jump over to where our chickens are. The reason why we're going to the chickens, I was looking at the egg prices earlier before I started recording, and the price was going up. I'm like, boy, the egg price is looking pretty good. How much we got for eggs? And that's not why we're really over here, because it's kind of, if you remember, we sold all the eggs last time all together, right? So here we got 2 identical chicken coops. They both have maxed out on chickens. Both of them had the same amount of feed for the same amount of time. So in theory, you would think both chicken coops would have the same amount of eggs. We got one pallet over here with 7,500 liters, 1,700 liters, 800 liters, 2,500 liters, and 5,600 liters. A decent amount of eggs. I mean, I could sell that, but that's a lot of trips over, and, we'll just store it for the next time the price gets up there, and it'll be a lot better. So, yeah, you can see how many eggs that one has right there, add it up quickly in your head. It doesn't have to be anywhere near close, because this one over here just has 2,000 liters, 850 liters, 872 liters, 86 liters. Way less than what that coop has over there. Now, one thing I thought of, and I don't know how these mods are actually working. Could it be that those boxes, those pallets over there, that chicken coop is actually picking up the eggs from this one? That's why that one's got a lot more eggs than this one. It makes no sense to me why one coop would have a lot more eggs than the one over here. Have no idea how that's working and why it's doing that. We sold all the eggs all the time, so both coops basically had no eggs. Why is this one producing more eggs than that one? Or is this coop sucking up the eggs from that coop, and that's why they're getting more in the pallets over here? I mean, if that's the case, I don't care, because eventually that coop over there will start sucking up the eggs from this one into there. I don't care. I just found that weird. I don't know, because the coops are that close. Are the pickup points? I have no idea. I have no idea why it's doing that. I just thought I'd throw it out there. If any of you have seen that or know exactly how the chicken coops actually pick up eggs, I'd be kind of interested. The good news is the John Deere is about done getting rid of the weeds in the cotton field over here. Like I said, the cotton harvest is going on over here. We are on our way. While I'm actually here, let me just double check the price of this field right here. Actually, that's the 192,000. That's the 210. All right, so this field right here is probably the prime candidate. We'll be buying here very shortly. But first thing is, I got to sell this a little bit more produce, if you will, just to make sure our money is pretty darn good, which I think it's going to be. So let's go down and get our first load of grapes, bring up to Timberline Flour Mill. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to have at least 3 trailer loads for sure. 3 trailer loads would be 60 crates or pallets. And I think I got that many. So let's see how much money we get for our first load of grapes. I'm just going to double check just to make sure, because I've done this before. I think this is where I need to go. Let me just triple check here before I go ahead and sell. I'm like, oh, that price doesn't seem right. Then I check. It's like, oh, yeah, because you didn't. Yep, Timberline Flour Mill, 1,014. I could wait to see what Agro Wholesales does. But, yeah, I'm not too concerned about losing too much. I don't think that price is going to go much higher than what we have here. Sell that. That sells quickly. 68, 12. So like 81,000. $81,000. Yeah. And I got a couple more trailer loads. So yeah, $750,000 should not be a problem. So it looks like we're buying some land easily. And also being able to pay off $500,000 off our loan. Getting us below 19 million. That does sound pretty darn good. Really good. Yeah, so it looks like this land right here will be the next one. I just have a slight concern with this. Helper H has completed their task. Oh, that's the John Deere. Yeah, I'll take care of that in a second. So I just have one slight concern. Do I want to merge these fields together? The reason being right here. Watch out, that could hurt. Yeah, that's a hill. And I'm concerned in the only sense of, can the Class Axion tractor pull up the drill up this hill? So let's just double check on a couple things here. I do have a modified seed drill right here, and it requires, right here, requires 270 horsepower. Okay, so it's not as much as I thought. And our, is that a medium tractor or a large tractor? That is a good question, right? Is the Axion a medium tractor? I don't think so. So I got this one right here. And of course I went with the biggest engine, 445. And you might be thinking, well, that's, you know, it's almost 200 horsepower more than what's required. That is a steep hill, farmers. As for even harvesting it, that could be an issue. Over here, this like little hill right here, not too concerned about. This corner here, so maybe, just maybe, I might have to leave the field the way it is like that. Anyways, with that being said for now, let me go ahead and grab this guy, because the other concern I just thought of, I'm worried about stage 2 weeds coming along, so I want to make sure I get the John Deere up and going in our last field that has weeds in it. I'll get them started on the north end because on this, for me anyways, on this map, the crops and weeds, the weeds come from the north and migrate south, but when the crops grow, they seem to grow from the south to the north, if that makes sense. Hopefully, this is the wrong field, Peanut. You've already weeded this field. I know, I'm just excited about buying a new field and have enough cash still to get our loan below 19 million. So I'm going to get the John Deere up and going. He'll start weeding that field. Should have no problem getting that done. I don't think the weeds, stage 2 weeds are coming. But since we're running at 1 times the speed, I don't think we'll have a problem keeping ahead of them. Famous last words, right? Alright, time for the second load of grapes, and by my calculations, I'm going to have like 2 more trailers for sure. 1 full one for sure. And of course, the next one, the one after that, might be a full one as well. Alright, so there's 693, so definitely, like I said, another full trailer at 80,000. That'll get us up to, well, 770,000. And like I said, definitely got 1 full trailer and possibly a second full trailer after that. Actually, let me rephrase that. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Yes, I'm going to have 2 more full trailers. So let me go grab those crates of grapes. Crates of grapes? Yeah, sure. We'll say it that way. Delivery number 3. Let's go ahead and unload this beautiful stuff. Same story as before, as we know. 81,124. Actually get an accurate total that time. Kind of knew it was that way anyways. I mean, 4,000 liters per pallet, 20 pallets, that's 80,000 liters, and the price was 1,016. So you knew it was 80,000, a little bit of 80,000 plus there. But yeah, there's our 750,000. Helper J has, oh, that's the John Deere. So all of our fields should be done and weeded, right? Did you actually get the whole field done, sir? Pretty much. I mean, I'm not too concerned about the strip there. If I get time, I will do so. But yes, like I said, I was pretty confident I would have another 2 full loads. That was load number 1, as you saw. I do believe I have enough for another trailer. So that's another $81,000. Sounds good, doesn't it? Yes, let's go get those grapes delivered. I'll see if I have any more crates after that. I'm not sure if I will or will not, but if I have enough, I may actually make a second trip, another trip after that. But yeah, I think after we deliver all the grapes, it's time to buy a field, and I have a thought. So I definitely have to go back down and get some more grapes because I got that many. That's more than I thought I would. Can I sell that one? Thank you. Yeah, so I don't think it's gonna be a full trailer, but there's plenty more down there to definitely make it worth my while. So I promise it'll be the last trip. I would like to make a lot more, honestly, but yeah, definitely will be the last trip of grapes. And then that thought I had, we'll just have to hold on to it just for a little bit longer. I did know I have a few amount of grapes to sell when I started, but not as many as we have sold. But that's a good thing because, yeah, this should push us over 900,000 into the bank account, which is really, really good. I mean, you never complain about getting more cash, right? More cash is good. Let's go ahead and unload that there. Yeah, 48. Yeah, okay, 56. Well, 57,000 into the bank account, giving us 912,000. The Cotton Module Express, as I may start to call it, is it's about 1/3 of the way on the bigger field down on the lower west side. So that is all good. I'm getting along nicely. I'm a little nervous about the rain. I went a ways on the rain. Well, when the rain got to the forecast, and then finally the cotton was ready to harvest. That's why I slowed the speed down. But yeah, the rain's been up there for about 2.5 hours ish now, somewhere around there, I think. Yeah, usually when a forecast comes up, I think it's like 4 to 6 hours, depending. Sometimes in game time. So like, yeah, when you see something pop up, you usually get like 4 hours or at least, I would think. So I think I'm okay, but I've been wrong before on that forecast. I'm not really sure the time frames on it. Anyways, I just want to go down. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of cotton modules out the field. But I'm going to meet you back in the upper plateau because I have a thought. Remember that? Yeah, I have a thought. Alright, so the last thing that we're going to do, at least in this episode here, is we'll do a little bit of a test. Now, there's not really a field there, but I can activate everything on the drill here. And we're going to see if this can pull it up that steep hill. I mean, it may pull it up, but I mean, how much is it going to slow it down to? If it crawls, then yeah, we'll have to put some thought into it. So I mean, yeah, we would cut down the fence line. The tractor would come over here, and then of course would have to go up this hill right here. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So 3 miles an hour. I mean, that's not bad, right? I mean, it's, and of course the further it moves to the right, it'll pick up more and more speed that way. But this would be like the steepest part. So 3 miles an hour. Yeah, so even though we got 200, almost 200 more horsepower than what the drill is recommending, yeah, it slows it down quite a bit. We should be able to drill at 12 miles an hour, or is it 16 with this thing? I always forget. Yeah, it might be just 12 miles an hour. You know what, Peanut? Why don't you just go into the store, have a quick look-see, drill, scroll down to the end. Working speed is 16. Yeah, it is 16. So, I mean, the drill could be a little bit worn out, and I haven't repaired it, so maybe that's why it's kind of that slow. So, yeah, let me just double check. Let's go back to the shop, and I'll put the drill into repair, see how damaged the drill is. Because if it's pretty well damaged, then maybe this can pull it up faster than 3 miles an hour in that little section. Here's something you haven't seen me do a lot of lately on the Pacific Northwest, is repair my vehicles, because I usually do it in between episodes, because I'll park like we did the Vulture over there with the fertilizer spreader, and I say I'll take care of it later. When I do, when I go to park it over, I kind of bring it in and repair it then. Not that. Actually, the drill is pretty well repaired, so 3 miles an hour is about probably what we get out of it max. All right, but with that being said, let's go ahead in here to lands. And yeah, we're going to buy this one right here. Yep, 210,000. More of the piece of the puzzle. What does that bring us down to? All right, so yeah, like I said, I'd like to pay $500,000 off the loan. So, and I need $60,000-ish. So I got like 140. What's that go for? It goes for 212. There's some land for 130. What's field 18 looking like? Well, it doesn't need to be plowed. It doesn't need lime. It's currently ready for harvest with that corn. That's corn. You know what, field 18? I'll buy you. There we go. So we bought 2 fields. So what we'll do here, not right now, but yeah, after the next harvest. The corn I will harvest, and I'll just store up here because it's a good crop, and I got a header to go ahead and do so. Oh, but yeah, with corn, I'm going to have to plow the field. That doesn't matter, whatever. Let's fly on up. So this field here, which is ours, there's the sheep pasture and some of the chicken coops area. So you can see I can merge these 2 fields together. There is a road that goes down and around through here, but I never really take that road anyways. So we'll merge these 2 fields together, have another big field. We'll have to create a save spot and course play for, but we'll merge these 2 fields together. And of course, where is the cornfield? The cornfield is right over there. You can see it kind of ahead. You can kind of see that corn growing on up. We'll probably just harvest it and just leave it there for a while until I buy the other field up by their agro wholesales and merge those 2 fields together. I don't want to merge these fields together here because every once in a while I do take this road that you see go between these 2 fields here, the dirt road, that goes down around through the BGA and comes out the lower plateau. Actually, I don't really take that road much more anymore because We don't do straw or anything up here. We don't take the straw from down there and bring it up here anymore, do we? No, we do not. So, yeah, that's a ways away. I'll try to figure out if I want to merge all these fields here on this side together or not. I'm not really sure. But, yep, that field is now ours. Nothing in it. Got a cornfield right there. That is ours. Not too bad. And that leaves us $570,000, which means I have $500,000 to pay off the loan. But that'll be next episode, because in the afternoon hours, once we get done with this harvest here, and you can see we're just about halfway done. So I'm going to finish this cotton harvest here. Nothing to really see here other than, yeah, this guy going around. Looks like you dropped off a module just recently, did you not? Yes, you did. Thank you very much. That's only the third module. Seems like I'm getting a little shortchanged again, once again in this field. But with that said, yeah, we're just going to finish. I'm going to finish up this cotton module harvest. Cotton module harvest? Cotton harvest with a cotton module harvester in between episodes. And next episode, yeah, well, you know the routine. We got to cultivate these fields, spray it with some slurry, and reseed it with some cotton. And yeah, we'll pay off some of this loan just before we go to bed. And the loan would go down below 19 million. I almost said 17. Unless something happens money-wise. I mean, I do still have more crop to sell, meaning, well, I got all the meat down there. And also, next in-game day, if we scroll on down here, these horses, one more day. And I think we got, like, what, 8 of them? So that's 400 grand right there. These horses are a little bit more longer way, and of course, these are like halfway there. So, yeah, the money just keeps rolling in now, doesn't it? But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you next time right here on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.